Hello students, how are you? I hope you all are fit and fine. So dear students, as you all know that we are reading chapter 4, The Enemy, written by Pearl S. Buck. This video is going to be the last video of this lesson, in which I'll read out and explain the remaining part of the lesson, as well as questions and their answers will be discussed orally, and we will also go through the complete summary of the lesson, character sketch, and also we will discuss about the title, about the relevance of the title. Okay, so without any further delay, let us begin. So as you all know, as of now, in the story we have seen, in the last video we have seen that now the prisoner of war, with the help of Dr. Sedao, he is on the final run. He has now escaped with the help of Dr. Sedao. So Dr. Sedao also wanted to get rid of the prisoner, so that is why he helped him running. He helped him escaping. So now look at page number 46. And the same Dr. Sedao informed the general, but while informing the general, Dr. Sedao did not tell the general that he had helped that prisoner of war in escaping. Okay, he had just informed him that that prisoner of war had escaped. Tutored Excellency Sedao said. So general informed him that I had promised you that I would send the assassins even though you let him escape. Well, the old man said in the tone of amazement, so I did. But you see, I was suffering a good deal. The truth is, I thought of nothing but myself. In short, I forgot my promise to you. So further, general accepted that he had forgotten his promise of sending the assassins. The general himself had forgotten his promise of sending the assassins to Sedao's home. Okay, so this is what this is the reason behind not sending the assassins to Dr. Sedao's home. So after the general had recovered, after he got well, he told Dr. Sedao about the same. I wondered, Your Excellency, Sedao murmured. It was certainly very careless of me, the general said. Further, general added that how careless I was, that I could not fulfill my promise of sending the assassins. But you understand, it was not lack of patriotism or dereliction of duty. Dereliction means failure to perform one's duty. That is dereliction. Dereliction means failure to perform one's duty. What I'm writing. To perform one's duty. Okay. Failure to perform one's duty, that is dereliction. So he further said that but you understand, it was not the lack of patriotism or dereliction of duty. He said, you can understand it was not a lack of patriotism in me or any type of lack of duty. He looked anxiously at his doctor. If the matter should come out, you would understand that, wouldn't you? So he said, if the matter should have come out, then what would have happened? You can imagine. Certainly, Your Excellency, Sadao said. He suddenly comprehended that the general was in the palm of his hand, and that as a consequence he himself was perfectly safe. So here Sadao understood that the general was in his palm, so now he was safe, as the general was not going to take any decision against him. So that is why he could consider himself safe. I can swear to your loyalty, Excellency. Further, he added that he could swear to his loyalty. He said to the old general, and to your zeal against the enemy. He also said, I can understand to your zeal, to your behavior, to your nature against the enemy. And you are a good man, the general murmured and closed his eyes. You will be rewarded. Further, general called Dr. Sadao a good man and asked him that he would be rewarded. But Sadao, searching the spot of black in the twilighted sea that night, had his reward. But Sadao, when he was looking for the signal, when he was looking for the twilight of the flash, he got his reward. There was no prick of light in the dusk. He found no prick of light in the dusk. No one was in the island, as no one could be seen in the island. His prisoner was gone, safe doubtless, for he had warned him to wait only for a Korean fishing boat. So as he must have got the Korean fishing boat, so that is why the prisoner successfully had escaped. He stood for a moment on the veranda, gazing out to the sea, from whence the young man had come that other night. So he stood for a moment on the veranda and he was gazing to the sea, from whence means from where? Whence? Where? From where the young man had come that other night. And into his hand, although without reason, there came other white faces he had known. Then also he started, recalling about the white faces he had known. The professor at whose house he had met Hannah, the dull man and his wife, had been silly, talkative woman in spite of her wish to be kind. So I started recalling about other white men, other white people too, whom he had met in America, and he started remembering about the professor's wife. He remembered his old teacher of anatomy. He also remembered his old teacher of anatomy, who had been so insistent on mercy with the knife, and then remembered the face of his fat and slatternly landlady. Slatternly means dirty or untidy. Let me write the meanings of a few words on the board. Insistent means demanding something. Insistent means demanding Slatternly means dirty, untidy. Slatternly means dirty, untidy. Okay. Despised means dislike. Despised means dislike. One more word here. Haggard. Haggard. Haggard means looking exhausted and unwell. Looking exhausted and unwell. Okay. So he looked for a moment on the veranda and he was gazing out the place from where the man had come that other night, and into his mind, although without reason, there came other white faces he had known, and he had also remembered some of the white faces whom you knew, like professor and professor's wife, who had been very talkative woman in spite of her wish to be kind. He remembered his old teacher of anatomy, who had been so insistent, so demanding on mercy with the knife, and then he remembered the face of his fat and slatternly landlady, dirty landlady. So he started remembering one by one, all Americans. He had great difficulty in finding a place to live in America because he was a Japanese. So he had great difficulty in finding a place to live in America because he was a Japanese, and Americans and Japanese were enemies of each other. The Americans were full of prejudice, and it had been bitter to live in it, knowing himself their superior. How he had despised the ignorant and dirty old woman who had at last consented to house him in her miserable home. He had once tried to be grateful to her because she had, in his last year, nursed him through influenza, but it was difficult, for she was no less repulsive to him in her kindness. Now he remembered the youthful, haggard face of prisoner. Haggard means, looking exhausted and unwell, face of prisoner, white and repulsive. Strange, he thought. I wonder why I could not kill him. So he started remembering the other Americans whom he knew and how he used to hate them. He created a hatred against the American. He also recalled, when he went to America for his, study of surgery and medicines, then he could, rarely find a place to live, as Americans did not allow Japanese to live with them. So he started remembering all, such kind of cruel behavior of Americans, and at the end of the story he thought why he let him escape that prisoner, why he did not kill him. So it's all about the lesson, dear students. So once again, let us go through the detailed summary of the lesson which we have just finished. Then we will discuss some questions and their answers. So first of all, let us discuss about the characters Dr. Sadao Hoki was a Japanese doctor trained by Americans in America. Sadao's father, he was much concerned about his son's education. He was a true patriot. Hana, she was a wife of Dr. Sadao. She met in America. She met him in America, became friends and got married in Japan. Tom was an American prisoner of war, a soldier of US Navy. The old general, a sick Japanese army general, needed an operation, trusted only Dr. Sadao, an officer, a member of the general gardener, an old gardener in the house of Dr. Sadao, Yumi, Hana's maid servant. Then we read about Sadao's education. Sadao's education was his father's main concern. Dr. Sadao's house was built on the Japanese coast. Sadao knew that his education was his father's chief concern. For this, he had sent him to America to learn surgery and medicine. Before his father died, he had seen Sadao become a famous surgeon and scientist. Later we saw in the story, Sadao had met Hana in America at a professor's house. He did not fall in love with her until he was sure that she was Japanese. His father would have never accepted her unless she had been pure in race. They came home to Japan. Their marriage had been arranged in the old Japanese tradition. And later we saw they found an American crawling at the beach. Sadao and Hana found something coming out of the mists. A man seemed to be on his hands and knees crawling. Then they saw him fall on his face and lie there. He was wounded and lay motionless on the sand. A gun wound had reopened on the right side of his lower back and bleeding. Sadao packed the wound with sea moss. He cried but didn't wake up. They read the faint letters on his cap, US Navy. The American was a prisoner of war, an enemy of the Japanese. Later, we saw in the story, they were in dilemma. Dilemma started at this point. If they sheltered a white man in their house, they would have been arrested. But if they turned him down as a prisoner, he would certainly die. The couple was in a fix. If he were healthy, they could hand him over to the police. But he was wounded. He would die unless he was operated on. At any rate, something was to be done by him. Then their dilemma continued. The couple was patriotic to the core and duly considered Americans as their enemy. But the humane side in them did not allow them to toss back a wounded man into the wild rocky ocean. Later we saw in the story, finally they decided to take that prisoner of war home. So knowing fully well that it would affect Sadao's reputation, they still decided to go ahead and treat the prisoner of war. Hana and Sadao took the man into the house. There was an empty bedroom. The room belonged to his father. Everything there had been Japanese to please the old man. No chairs or a foreigner's bed. Decided to tell the servants that they would just treat the soldier and hand him over to the police after they have treated him. So later we saw in the story that servants frightened and they did not approve. The two servants were frightened at what their master had just told them. They thought that their master should not heal the wound of that white man. Hana herself washed Tom's body and face with steaming hot water, carefully as Yumi refused to wash him. The gardener, being an old superstitious man, warned them that they should not try to help the enemy. Then, even though after the servants refused to help him, Sadao decided to operate on the man, checking the man's pulse and heartbeat, which was faint. He decided that he had to operate immediately. Sadao asked Hana to help him turn the man. She obeyed. She was asked to give him the anesthetic if needed. The bullet was still there, and he had lost much blood. Hana came with a bottle and cotton in her hand. Hana choked him. Hana choked, seeing the operation, went out and vomited and retched. Sadao became impatient and irritable. Later, we saw that Hana observed the man's scar. Watching the man, she recalled the stories about the suffering of prisoners and also wondered what she had read in newspaper about glorification of Japanese army. Flickers of rumors that Japanese are kind-hearted contradicted seeing the badly wounded man. She recalled General Takima beating his wife. Then she concluded that Japanese can also be cruel as if the general can be. When she remembered how General Takima used to beat his wife. Sadao was a skilled doctor. He got expertise in healing the wound. For the tip of the bullet near the kidney, felt the purest pleasure. Remembered his professor of anatomy, ignorance of human body is cardiac sin. It is not quite at the kidney, my friend, said Sadao. Sadao went on with his work and a very clean and precise incision. The bullet was taken out. The man queered, but still unconscious. He only muttered a few words in English. Dr. Sadao declared that the man would live despite all. The young man woke up terrified. The young man woke up. He was very weak. He was terrified when he thought where he was. Hannah enclosed him not to be afraid. Hannah consoled him not to be afraid. She comforted him, saying that he would soon be strong. Tom asked why they were going to do with him. Tom asked, extremely sorry. Tom asked what they were going to do with him. For a moment, Sadao didn't answer. Tom was a prisoner of war. He should have been handed over to the police. He typed a letter addressed to the chief of the police that on the 21st of February, an escaped prisoner was washed up on the shore in front of the house. He kept his unfinished letter in the secret drawer. He could not finish it. Later, we saw in the story, it was the 7th day. On the 7th day, two things happened. After having taken in the prisoner of war by the Sadao, the servants of their household decided to leave as a mark of protest for giving shelter to an enemy. Sadao, even though accepting that the American was his enemy, refused to turn his patient away because he had been trained to save lives. However, the servants left with their belongings. Hannah and Sadao, managed the household chorus and taking care of their children. Later, we saw in the story, on the same day, on the 7th day, when the servants left Sadao's house, on the same day, a messenger in uniform came. Terrified, Hannah ran to Sadao, thinking that the servants must have disclosed the information about the prisoner of war, but the messenger had actually come to fetch Sadao to treat General who was in pain. Seeing Hannah in distress, Sadao decided to get rid of the prisoner of war as soon as possible. Now Sadao goes to the general. The old general was sick. He knew that Sadao was indispensable to him, necessary to him. He didn't want Sadao to be arrested. Suppose what would happen if he were condemned to death and the next day he had to have his operation. He didn't trust other surgeons. German ruthlessness and American sentimentality he talked about. He said that if they would have been able to do that, then Sadao could be harsh and could turn the prisoner to the Japanese at the same time. Be emotional and not murder the general during the operation. With this, the general laughed. The general shook his head as he did not want to be such a person on whom a new trial would be made. Suddenly, the general felt weak and emotionless. He was reminded of the problems he had faced throughout his life while fulfilling his duty and responsibilities in various wars won by Japan. The general hit upon a plan. He would be, it would be best if the American could be quietly killed. He had his own private assassins. Sadao agreed because of Hannah that it would be very natural if he would send his private assassins and get that prisoner of war killed. So every night Sadao waited for the assassins, but they didn't come. So dear student, this is all about this video. In my next video, I'll finish the complete summary of this lesson and I will discuss the questions and answers which are given at the end of the lessons. So thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.